Okay. Well, hey guys. I'm Berry Splash. Is the chat in the way, by the way? Can y'all see my presentation or can you see the meeting chat off to the side? I'm gonna try and move it. I think I'll hide it and then check it. Okay, see everything. I'll go ahead and hide the chat for now. Okay. So hi everyone, welcome to my first panel. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to design a littlest pet shop. And yeah, I had fun putting this presentation together and collecting all my thoughts and feelings about LPS and design. So we will go ahead and get started. Okay, let me see if I can close that. May not be able to. Okay. So here's a little bit about me. I'm Berry Splash. I am a 24-year-old Lola's Pet Shop artist and collector. I am a full-time graphic designer and video editor for a small business. Um, I went to college. I went to college for digital media arts and minored in graphic design and business administration. Um, I was originally supposed to go for just my major, but my dad was like, I think you should really try to study business too. I think it'll help out with your career. And I was like, fine, fine, dad, I'll do it. So yeah, and it was a blast. I met a lot of really good friends in college. I wasn't a very social person. I was very introverted. I loved keeping to myself, but college was able to help me meet other people and kind of up my social skills a little bit. So, and I'm still pretty close with all my friends from college, so it was a great experience. Um, I started collecting Lola's Pet Shop when I was 6 years old, and 2020 was the year I graduated from college, and so we all got sent home because of everything going on. And while I was deep cleaning my room, I found my entire Lola's Pet Shop collection, and it was amazing. I was freaking out and thinking about all the different pets that I collected, and there were a lot of pets that I really wanted to be made into Lola's Pet Shop toys as a kid. And I used to design like different animals because I used to make like toucans and dolphins and orcas and a lot of different pets that were not Lola's Pet Shops yet. I stopped collecting around trying to think. I stopped collecting a little bit before wave 3. So there were a lot of animals that I didn't know were actually made into LPS. And I got to go back and look up all the different animals that came out, and I was just so excited. I found new molds I really liked, and I was like, huh, I think I'm going to start collecting again. So I'm going to check the chat real quick. I'm a little behind. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over. This is some of my LPS pieces I made for LPS Tober. It was a great opportunity for me to get to practice my art and to take all my different skills that I learned from college and from practicing on my own and different freelance work to make some really cute pieces of art. I plan to finish this. I kind of have a lot going on at the moment, but it'll be good. Everything will be good. Let me check the chat. Okay. All right, so we're back here. LPS art pieces I made, a lot of fun. I love drawing Lola's Pet Shop. Plan to make some more art sometime whenever I get some free time outside of work. And I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't used Zoom since I've been in college, or really since last LPS Fest. So, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to think about the things that make good LPS designs, including molds, patterns, colors, all the fun things that make LPS LPS. We're going to design 3 new LPS, and these will be based on existing mythical and extinct animals that I've chosen. I really wanted to do a series on YouTube or TikTok kind of doing this, but I'll see if I have time to between work and everything else. And then at the very end, we'll have a Q&A, so you guys are free to ask me any questions that you want. And yeah, I am so sorry about the delay, guys. It's not too bad. We're only 8 minutes into it. Okay. So these are my favorite LPS, my top three LPS. I went on a huge tangent about number 19. So I'm so sorry if you guys couldn't hear. Number 19 is my very first LPS. And we were shopping for a Secret Santa gift when I was in school. I believe I was 6 years old. And we went down the toy aisle and I just saw this big wave of purple and I was like, what in the world is that? And it was all Lola's Pet Shop toys. It was pure eye candy to me. I loved all the designs, everything about it, and it really resonated with me. And I asked my mom if we could get one of those for my friend in school for Secret Santa, and she was like, yeah. And she knew how excited I was to see these, and she was like, okay, well, you can get one for yourself too. And LPS 19 was who I chose. I picked up this little cat with the bow and a little purple carrying case, and every time I think of Lola's Pet Shop, I think of this pet. For my third favorite, it is a dolphin. Dolphins are my favorite animals, and I used to design Lola's Pet Shops when I was, I believe, in first grade. I used to draw animals that had not been made yet. I used to draw toucans, dolphins. I used to draw okapis. Trying to think. I just made a whole bunch of different animals, and they were all in my head. They were all amazing designs, and I'm just like, man, I should go work for Lola's Pet Shop. I could do this. And yeah, I was just a goofy kid. But um when I was going to college, I didn't know if you guys saw my presentation, but I went to college, studied media, graphic design, business, all that fun stuff. And I graduated in 2020, and we were all essentially sent home to go finish our courses. And when I went home, I did a big deep cleaning of my room because, I was bored, and I found my entire Lola's Pet Shop collection. Pretty excited about it. Um, kind of wondered if they actually ever made any of the LPS that I wish that they made. And I looked up the dolphin. I was so excited about the dolphin. And really, the LPS dolphin is what got me back into Lola's Pet Shop. There were so many dream pets and other pets that I wanted as a kid that I now could purchase on my own. There were animals that I didn't have that I really wanted in my collection. I love molds. Anytime a new mold is introduced or was introduced, I was pretty excited about it. But my second favorite is this polar bear. And I love this polar bear because of the design. I love how many colors it utilizes. I love how detailed the pet is. It's just a really, and I'm partial to bears. I love bears. But yeah, any pet that looks like it has a lot of care and thought put into it, those are the pets that I really like. Of course, all the airbrushing and stuff is very nostalgic for me, but I actually really like a lot of the Wave 3 pets. So here's some examples of some pets that I really liked. I'm actually going to check. Don't worry, I'm checking the chat this time. Oh, thank you so much. So I actually wanted to ask you guys, back. Do you guys have any favorite LPS? Do you have certain molds you like? Do you have any patterns? These are examples of Wave 1 pets that I really like. And I can give you a story for why I like each of them, but chinchillas are absolutely amazing. Love corgis and seals. CCR television, I believe it was CC, I could be wrong, but one LPS YouTuber talked about the LPS crocodiles and how like satisfying it is to hold one in your hand. They are just amazing. I remember Christian, we talked about Carmilla Wingbat. Oh my gosh, the Timber Wolf is such a cool mold, and I'm so upset that they never did anything with that. Collies are amazing. So yeah, those are a lot of different LPS, and usually I like the ones with unique molds. I love this Dalmatian in particular because that's when I started getting like really hyped for LPS, was the playset that the Dalmatian and the hamster came with. And I love like how they bothered to paint like each dot on this dog. And I also think of LPS every time I see this Dalmatian. I flipped my lid when I first saw the chinchilla because, oh my gosh, look at the tail. Look at how fluffy and textured that is. Look at how sweet that face is. Chinchillas are amazing. I had the Get Better Center, and the coolest thing about this gecko was that if you put your fingers on it and you apply heat to its back and head, its spots disappear. Now, because the toy is so old, if you get a gecko like that, it's not going to do that anymore because of how old the toy is. But when that set came out, that was the coolest thing because you rubbed the gecko in between your hands and it got better. It got better. It got over being sick. And it was just such a cool idea. Original LPS had like the coolest ideas for accessories and pets, and a lot of these pets just scream with personality. I love OG ferrets. I love how detailed and unique this German Shepherd is. Bull Terriers in general just give me life. Lost my mind when I first saw the Bumblebee. I just love its bright colors, and it really popped out whenever you would shop down the Littlest Pet Shop aisle in Walmart. I like owl molds. Owl molds are just great, and I'm partial to boxers, and I love how this mold can be utilized to make boxers, Dalmatians. I love versatile molds. Here's some examples of Wave 2 pets that I really like. When they changed the waves, whenever they implemented the personalized eyes and some more brightly colors, it kind of bothered me at first, but then I really clicked with it. I actually went to a Walmart event when this line released, and they would give people purchasing Lola's Pet Shop posters, and it would be a massive checklist of all the Lola's Pet Shops that came out in Wave 2. And I still have that poster. It's very nasty and covered in dirt and everything, but I couldn't bear to throw it away. It was amazing. But yeah, but what really sold me on Wave 2 was the sheepdog twins. I absolutely loved how personalized they look. I loved how textured they were, and they were just great. I went to Toys R Us and found the giraffe. Got even more excited because we started getting some zoo animals, and I was a National Geographic kid. So anytime I saw a wild animal made into an LPS, like inner me was just screaming and freaking out, and I absolutely loved it. And oh my gosh, the extreme pets were amazing. I do own all the grooviest and the punkiest pets, but I do not own any of the mod pets. I might eventually get them, but I love these. I love these designs so much. And I love this dog. The actual LPS has like little strands of hair that are like that you can actually interact with. So I don't know why it wasn't on the stock image. I believe this is another version of it, but they just started doing some really cool and wacky things with these Lola's Pet Shops, and it was amazing. So sorry if I geek out a little bit. I just have so many good memories with Lola's Pet Shops, vivid memories, and I'm going to check the chat real quick. So sorry about that. The postcard raccoon is amazing. Oh my gosh, I collect Hungriest Pets. Commodores, is that the name of it? Monkeys and hamsters. I remember really being excited when the monkeys released. Okay, good. I'm glad that I can geek out with people over Lola's Pet Shop. So I'm real excited. And here's some examples of Wave 3 that I really like. Oh my gosh, Hasbro spoiled us so good with Wave 3. You guys might recognize this mascot. I'm a huge fan of CCR television. And yeah, I really love the design, and I love the attention to detail where they tipped the ears and the tail and gave just like different markings on them. If you can't tell at this point, I love Lila's Pet Shop. I love wild Lila's Pet Shop pets, and I love special pets with markings on them, including this chinchilla. I love this chinchilla so much. I don't have it, but I might actually get it. I do own this bat. The LPSO series was wild, but this is one of the cutest pets ever. I love the pastel colors. Anteater is amazing. Look at the tiny little claws and the seal. Love this whole set that the seal came with is just amazing. And this horse, you can't see it on this picture, but this horse has little dots on her hooves. And anytime LPS have little eyebrows, I have my parents have a miniature pinscher, and I'm trying to think. I love like min pins and Rottweilers and stuff. So anytime like eyebrows are on a pet, I get real excited. Okay, so how do you redesign a Littlest Pet Shop? This is actually one of the ideas I wanted to do for a series, and honestly, you guys can do this too if you want, but it's basically taking Littlest Pet Shops and fixing them. I really don't like a lot of the blind bag pets because they were just lacking a lot of color and a lot of personality, and this is a very simple fix that I thought. Forgive my Photoshop skills when it comes to LPS, but honestly, if you just splash a little color on an LPS, it can just make it so much better. Like, I know that they didn't have a lot. I don't know if it was, feel free to correct me in the chat why they didn't really do like a lot of color for the blind bag pets. But yeah, this was just my small edit for a blind bag pet. But yeah, you can do simple redesigns. Little changes make big differences. Let me check the chat again real quick. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Meme Stars. By the way, I'm a huge fan of you on TikTok. Ooh, 1571. Oh my gosh, yeah, that pastel bat is so expensive, and it's a mess to get, but oh my gosh, you can find pretty good deals on eBay. And I actually am on a few Facebook groups, and Facebook groups is where I buy a lot of my Littlest Pet Shop toys at. You can meet people, and they can do pretty good with you on shipping and picking out different packs of pets. It's a pretty good system how they have that in place. So, guys, I hope you're excited because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna design a Littlest Pet Shop hyena. I love hyenas. Like, I mean, this guy looks pretty sad, but don't worry, it's gonna be a cute little Littlest Pet Shop, and I hope you guys are stoked for this. So, and guys, I just want to let you know these guys do not count. These guys absolutely do not count. I get so mad when I see them on LPS merch and they're like, this is a hyena. I'm like, no, this is not a hyena. Actually on LPS merch, they list this one as a bear. So, but they both have chortle and cackles in their name. So like they're supposed to be hyenas, but guys, no, absolutely not. But you can tell because I mean, like this one's partnered with Minka and this one's partnered with a lion. So yeah, they tried, but they did not succeed. So this is actually a small Photoshop edit that I did for you customizers out there. If you wanted to make a Littlest Pet Shop hyena, you can find like really good molds and just make simple edits, simple paint changes. For a hyena, I would recommend maybe using a German Shepherd puppy or a regular German Shepherd mold. I believe I've actually seen somebody do a German Shepherd and turn that into a hyena, which is amazing. So, but yeah, that's a small edit I did to, so if you guys want to paint it, feel free to take this and make a Littlest Pet Shop hyena because like look at that mold and then look at a hyena. Like it's not too terribly different. It's not too far-fetched. So here are some of my sketches. What I like to do is I like to start very expressive. I was heavily inspired by cartoons and a lot of early 2000s cartoons. So I like to do fun and expressive characters. So I like to start expressive and then tone it down. So, and maybe you might not work that way. Maybe you're amazing and you can just start from scratch and design like a very believable LPS at the very beginning. I gotta have a little fun with it and then be like, okay, this is like gonna be an actual LPS. Because that was the mistake with some of the, ooh, I believe that a lot of people refer to it as Gen 3 when the 2012 show came out, was that some of the LPS were too expressive. They were the ones where you had like the little pop out pieces and you had like Minka Mark and Penny Ling and a lot of characters from the 2012 show. Yeah, I thought those pets were a little too expressive for my taste, but at the same time, some were pretty cute. So if you wanted to customize it, you could start from an existing mold, or you could completely redesign a new mold. And I've seen a lot of Lila's Pet Shop artists do like dinosaurs and other animals. And oh my gosh, Sunflower Pet Shop is one of my favorite Lila's Pet Shop artists ever. Go check them out. But yeah, so these were some sketches I did, and you will see the final product. These are the pets after I had colored them in. So yeah, I'm pretty much like what I did with that Photoshop reference. Just basically drew it out and colored it in, and yeah, like got a little tiny hyena, and then this is one like if I were to actually design an authentic pet and then put it in packaging, what would it look like? I was kind of worried about making the neck fluff a little too big for the bobblehead, but yeah. So, and you can always go back and refine things. I am gonna check chat real quick, if that's okay. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Savannah. Yes, I cannot stand some of the tiny LPS. Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like you have like a baby hyena, and then you got like an adolescent hyena. So yeah, that is the hyena design that I had. And of course, I can go back and refine these. I might go back and finish them up and post them later. But yeah. Okay, now we're going to design a Lila's Pet Shop griffin. This is the mythical animal that I chose. So you might be wondering, why a griffin? Okay, so here is one of my biggest issues with Wave 3 Lila's Pet Shop. We got dragons and we got fairies, but we didn't get any unicorns, we didn't get any Pegasus, we didn't get any like griffins, we didn't get any really cool mythical creatures. We got fairies. And not to say fairies aren't cute, but I really wish that they tried to do a lot more with the fairies than what ended up happening. Though I do own all three dragons. I love the dragons. And well, not Lola's Pet Shop, but My Little Pony premiered in 2010, around when Wave 3 was still pretty big and prominent. And one of the characters in the early seasons was Gilda Griffin. And like, look at like little Gilda. Little Gilda is basically a Lola's Pet Shop. And I mean, Hasbro owns My Little Pony and Lola's Pet Shop. And Lauren Faust, the creator for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I should probably mention that I'm a My Little Pony geek too. But Lauren Faust did an amazing job implementing Greek mythology into her series. So it was my first exposure to what griffins were. So I think it would be really cool for kids to like get exposed to mythical creatures and mythology. And I think Lola's Pet Shop could have been a fantastic means to be able to do that. So here is what I started with. I started expressive again. I had a lot of issues with the early sketches for the griffins, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I actually had issues with the final drawing too. I made the body way too big, so it basically looked like a My Little Pony character, and I'm like, no, this is Lila's Pet Shop. You need to scale it down. So got to give it a bobbling head. So, and I hope I'm not like going too fast or anything. I get kind of nervous when I talk. And check the chat again real quick too. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you like this. A phoenix would have been so cool, Reaper. Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh my gosh. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are so sweet. I wish that they had wings too. Honestly, I don't think it would be too. I'm not a customizer though, so I've only customized like 3 Lila's Pet Shops, but I did implement clay into one of my designs, so I don't think it would be too terrible to like sculpt wings for a dragon. But oh my gosh, dragons are so expensive. Like, do it with a fake Lila's Pet Shop dragon if you can. So here's what I thought would be cool too. If you guys were to take parts of existing Lila's Pet Shops, I would recommend taking the owl mold, maybe removing the bow and giving it little hair tufts and just keeping the front of it, and then attaching maybe the back of a jaguar or a lion to it. like I said, I don't know much about customizing, so you customizers correct me on this and be like, no, that is not doable. But that was just, I was like, well, what if people can't 3D print or create these or whatnot? I was like, well, just Frankenstein the Littlest Pet Shops together. So check my messages on that. Epoxy. Oh my gosh, I love how some of you guys know about hippocampuses and banshees, and I love cryptids. So petition to make it. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I'm so excited. Y'all are gonna make me cry by the end of this. Oh my goodness. Um, but yeah, here was my final design for the griffin, and I love it. I love giving things tufts of hair. I love giving it little fluffs around the neck, and I stuck with pretty much the back of the lion. I thought that would be pretty cool. So here is the final. And wave 3 is known for releasing the glitter pets, right? So hear me out. What if we did mythical Littlest Pet Shop creatures, but they were glittery? We have glitter on the tufts of hair and on the wings and the tail and the fluff. Make the mythicals glitter pets, and you guys are set. And then here was my concept for a Frankenstein Littlest Pet Shop, which I think this one might have been cooler if I made it like a snow owl and a snow leopard or something instead of just kind of plain and vanilla. But a lot of the Griffin references I looked at were brown and gold, so I was like, I'll stick with brown and gold. But maybe I can do some variants of these later. I think it would be a lot of fun. These were definitely fun to come up with and design. Oh my gosh. Guys, oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm blushing so hard and getting distracted, but anyways. Um so yeah, those are my ideas for the Griffins. Okay, here is the one that I was getting really hyped for, guys. I wanted to design for an extinct mammal to do mammoths. I am a huge sucker for extinct animals. I don't know anybody that doesn't like dinosaurs, but I love extinct mammals because they're not like as well known beyond like, beyond the Ice Age movies and whatnot. But which, speaking of which, why did I choose a mammoth? Okay, so the third installment of the Ice Age franchise, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, released in 2009. You know what else was going on in 2009? We were Yeah, that was Gen 2 of Littlest Pet Shop. So Littlest Pet Shop was still pretty popular. Dawn of the Dinosaurs was the highest grossing Ice Age film and the highest grossing Blue Sky film at the time. Blue Sky is owned by Disney now, but anyways, it was super popular. Like I said, this was the third installment in the franchise, so a lot of people already knew about mammoths and saber-tooth tigers. And now here's a fun fact: the sloths that were in Ice Age, they were actually like much bigger than what Sid was supposed to be. Like if Sid was realistic, he would have been like a giant sloth, and I honestly would have been terrified of him. So I'm glad they kind of scaled him down a tiny bit. But in the Dawn of the Dinosaurs movie, they introduced Peaches, and Peaches was basically a baby mammoth. And like, look at Peaches's face and tell me that that is not a Littlest Pet Shop. Tell me that that is not a Littlest Pet Shop. Fun fact too, just a couple years prior, a baby mammoth was discovered in the ice, and it was like all over the news. It was in our reading pamphlets that we would get in grade school, and like everyone was talking about like this baby mammoth and how they were going to try and clone it and everything else. So like mammoths were a hot topic at the time. So to me, it just made sense to have LPS make a mammoth. Now you might think it's a bit far-fetched to make a Littlest Pet Shop based on a film or loosely inspired by a film, but Hasbro has done this before. Hasbro has released pets that allude to movies. You have like this set here, which I own, this pig and spider, but like obviously this is Charlotte's Web, guys. You cannot look at this and tell me it's not Charlotte's Web. And you have this Hound and Fox set, obviously Fox and the Hound, and you have this set. It's a tiger and a bear. How are you gonna like not think that that's Winnie the Pooh? I'm gonna check the chat real quick because I'm getting like super hyped up. Oh my gosh, I would love to. Dirt cats. Oh my gosh. I think my favorite extinct animal is cave bears. Cave bears are these massive bears. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry I gotta pop in the chat every once in a while. I just want to make sure I'm keeping up with everybody. So yeah. So here's where I started designing the mammoth. I just got really fun and goofy and started drawing things, but in the end, this is the design that I picked out and I really liked. It looks pretty similar to Peach's, and that's what I was going for. So I should have made the tusks a little smaller, but I think it'll be okay. I really did want to make sure that people knew it was a mammoth, but and we had baby LPS anyways, so in my head it was a full-grown mammoth. So, and then here is what I did for if you were to Frankenstein a bunch of LPS parts. Now I sketched in two different colors. So in my head, you were to take a Lola's Pet Shop elephant and the ears of one of the kangaroo molds. And then this purple sketch around it is stuff you could do with epoxy clay, or I honestly used air dry clay for my customs, but I'm not a customizer, so use whatever feels right. But yeah, that is my idea for what you could do to make your very own mammoth custom. Or, you know, if you 3D print and whatnot, you could make in 3D model, you could make your very own. I used to 3D model, but it's been such a long time. I don't know, but if I get into it again, it would be amazing to 3D model new Lola's Pet Shops. But I don't know. LPS is coming back supposedly, so we can see what happens then. And here are the final designs that I did. I might go back and change the colors on this one. I actually got these colors from one of the LPS Jaguars because I thought that that's what felt right. And I really did like how orange Peaches was. But in comparison to the two, I like these colors a lot more. Eyes, honestly, when I design Lola's Pet Shop, I like to pick out different colors for the eyes and experiment and see what looks best. And for this mammoth, I actually inverted the colors of the mail order Lola's Pet Shop elephant. So like the elephant was purple and it kind of had orangey-ish, brownish eyes. So I was like, you know what? It just makes sense to go ahead and flip those colors around. But yeah, and I I I didn't draw it on this, but imagine with me, if you will, that if Hasbro released a Lola's Pet Shop Mammoth, it's flocked. Imagine it being fuzzy, like the LPS bat, meerkat, flamingo. A fuzzy mammoth would be just chef's kiss. It'd be amazing. Um, uh, I wanted to be a toy designer for years, but Phylocanes! Oh my gosh, for Carol! Yes! Okay, but an Aristocats inspired set would be amazing. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll make some. One day I'll pitch to Hasbro, maybe. All right. Oh, okay, so for this next slide, we're finishing up the presentation, guys. I apologize. Okay, but for this next slide, I recorded time lapses of the original Funzy sketches that I did for each of the three species. And I thought it would be fun for you guys to take a guess at which one I finished first and which one took like the least amount or the longest amount of time. So we're going to have a little time lapse race. Oh, Savannah. Guys, I'm blushing so hard right now. Thank you. All right, so here we go. We got a race. Who's it going to be? Sorry for the spamming Griffin. Yeah, I had a lot of issues with the Griffin. I don't think we're there yet. And there we go. So yeah, I have a lot of fun designing characters and designing Lola's pet shops, and I didn't include it in this presentation, but I've drawn people's pets as Lola's pet shops. I drew a Lola's pet shop axolotl for someone before. LPS cucumber on Instagram. Yeah. So, and that is the end of the presentation. That went a lot quicker than what I thought, even with the technical difficulties. So, and if you guys do want to check me out, I did start a small YouTube channel. Um, there's my email if you need to contact me. I am pretty active on yeah, I'm starting to get a lot more active on Instagram, and I have a TikTok too. So, and I am open to answering questions and just geeking out about Lola's Pet Shop with you guys. So, and I'm sorry again if you guys end up seeing the chat. And I apologize again for the technical difficulties and me not being well versed in Zoom. Oh my gosh, thank you, Savannah. Carmilla would be a fun. Hi, Victoria. No, no, you're good. Oh my gosh, Circle. I would love to help redesign the 2024 release. I hope that they do a great job, but considering that the people who are working on the 2024 release have done Light Bright and original My Little Pony, I have pretty good faith in it, but the idea of nostalgia kind of bothers me some, but I don't know. I think that they did pretty good with Monster High, so I'm pretty excited to see what they do with LPS. Oh, sorry, I'm a little late. Oh, hey, Victoria, they did record it. I don't know if you want to watch my recording or not because I messed up pretty bad and I went on a huge tangent while I was muted. Oh, my favorite design that I've made. Um, it's I think my favorite is one of my friends on it was Instagram? I believe it's Instagram. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the photo actually. It is their pet and their little cat looks like it has socks. So I made a Lola's Pet Shop for their cat. I may not be able to pull that up. It's somewhere pretty far back. My photo library is an absolute mess, and so is my art program, which if you guys are curious, I use a program called Sketch Club. I really should be using Procreate because I own it, and Procreate gives you higher quality art, but Sketch Club is something I've been using since I was 12. I think it's a free app now. Don't hold me to that because I paid like $6 for it way back when, but it's amazing and I love using it. And I'd be more than happy to like teach people how to use it if you're ever curious. Thank you, LPS Fest. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Reaper, if you haven't seen it yet, there are people on TikTok that take and like I said, I'm a geek about My Little Pony, but they will take My Little Pony characters and they will color swap them. And it is the coolest thing. And sometimes you like it's amazing to see like a rarity colored Applejack and vice versa. And yeah, so color swapping is absolutely a cool thing you can do. Oh my gosh. Savannah, I have one of the DS games. I didn't grow up with the DS games, even though I played my DS religiously. I love Nintendogs. I'm not to toot my own horn, but I am a Nintendogs master. I did finish the game. Yeah. I love my pets, but I hope that they're still alive and didn't run away because I've been so busy with work. Oh my gosh, a zodiac line, like Cancer and Aquarius and stuff. That would be so cool. I would love to do that, especially because my sister is 100% into zodiac. I actually did design. I need to find my sketchbook, but I actually did finish the Chinese New Year Lola's Pet Shops. So I need to finish those and upload those somewhere. I was so upset that we only got 4 Chinese New Year pets and we didn't get all of them. Like I said, I had so many ideas for YouTube and stuff, but I'm just busy, so busy with work and with side projects. It's a mess. Oh, that would be so cool, Reaper. And I hope that this helps, guys. I hope that this helps like inspire you to make a lot of Lola's pet shops. Like I said, I started designing these when I was little because I was unhappy that we didn't have a lot of pets at the time. And gradually I started getting more excited, especially when we got like sharks and trying to think of another mold I got pretty excited for that came out. The LPS donkey and bull. Oh my gosh, some of those don't get talked about enough. But yeah, I love any kind of unique mold or even molds that didn't have a lot of pets with them. Like I love one of the bear molds. It was actually the Blythe bear mold. But I have one of those, and that is what Barry was made into. Barry was made originally from the LPS bear that came with the Blythe Moscow set. And yeah, she got painted to be an LPS. Forgive me if I'm very far behind on the messages. Da, 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 da. So, and I'm not sure if we need to go ahead and end it. I know Jackbox is starting soon. That would be so cool. If you, meme stars, if you haven't seen it yet, I used to watch a lot of Alice LPS, and she had a series. I believe it's called Mermaid Memories. And oh my gosh, when I was stuck at home with my dad during quarantine, I binged watched the entirety of LPS Popular and um, CCR Television, LPS, Hannah, trying to think so many other LPS content creators. And I was texting my roommates from college. I was like, guys, you are not gonna believe like how many LPS videos are out there and like how mature a lot of the themes are. It's insane. One thing I know for sure I want to do is I want to make a proper Doberman design because they took the German Shepherd and just repainted it to look like a Doberman, which is fine, but I think it would be really cool if we had like an actual Doberman mold. Just so many good ideas. So yeah, guys, not a circle, you're good. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys like the panel. So yeah, I may not be able to get to a lot of these ideas, so if you guys can do them, power to you. Just tag me when you finish them so I can hop in and be like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah, thank you guys so much. Yeah, there's a lot of dog breeds that never got made into LPS. I'm actually working on designing a Lola's Pet Shop pit bull. I say working, but a lot of these are my works in progresses, and I have a massive folder of Lola's Pet Shop works in progresses. I'll probably share my sketches of all of them later in general. So yeah, I am not sure if we need to go or not. And yeah, you guys are 100% free to DM me on Discord or whatever if you want to bounce any ideas off of me or have me look at anything, or I'd love to collaborate. I don't know how much time I can dedicate to it, but are you guys good to chat for like 10 more minutes or so? Or have any more questions? Presentation went a lot faster than what I thought. I thought I was going to be stuck on that Ice Age slide forever. Jackbox is like a I'm trying to think of how you play it. Have you ever played Kahoot? Line art. Oh my gosh. Um, line arts line art is one of the hardest things for me, especially because I love using the paint bucket tool to fill in my colors. So, and if my line art isn't completely sealed in, the color spills over and then my whole canvas is pink and I'm like, no, I didn't want that. Just really fill in your gaps with line art and just clean it up wherever you think you see spots. I'm still trying to perfect my process and whatnot. I really like doing line art and then doing my fill colors after that, and then taking a paintbrush. There's a really good paintbrush that I like to give it texture, and I love painting in between the line art and the color layer. So if you guys were to design a Littlest Pet Shop, what animal would you pick? Or what creature would you pick? Red panda is a good one. Circle, there actually is a really good uh, red panda that came out during the Blythe generation, and it's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute LPS. I wish it was in the more traditional style, but it does have a fuzzy tail and I love it. And it came out with another set that had a Maine Coon with a fuzzy tail, and I love both of those molds. There technically is a Doberman. It's a German Shepherd painted as a Doberman. Spider monkeys are amazing. I'm going to stop my share for a second so I can get to my Instagram because I want to show you guys something. All right. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay? All right. So I did want to show you guys some of the LPS that I've designed before. I do a lot of cartoon characters too. So that's Barry, but as an actual bear. Some of my pieces from LPS Tober. Had a lot of fun with these. Let me scroll down to it. Here is one of the LPS designs that I did. Yeah, it was a raffle prize for Leah Middleton 21. So that is one LPS that I made. Here's the axolotl I designed. This one was a lot of fun. I basically got inspired from the iguana body and then had kind of a gecko looking head, and then in my head I kind of sculpted the frills. So there's so many good axolotl customs out there and so many good customizers. Trying to think. And then here's some of my like general Lola's Pet Shop art. There's the wolf. Love the wolf. And then the bull. So my boyfriend, I kind of gave him, I made his Lola's Pet Shop mascot the bull because he looks like the bull. I don't know how else to explain it, but Yeah, and then that is the polar bear that would have been my mascot. So yeah, and then there's little Barry. So I need to make more Lola's Pet Shop art, but like I said, just busy with work. Let me see if I can stop my screen share. Shoot. I'm sorry, I forgot we're about to do Jackbox games, so I guess I'll go ahead and end it here. Yes, there needs to be a black and white collie. LPS Fest, I will get to work on that. So I hope you guys have fun with Jackbox games, and thank you so much for tuning in. I've really been wanting to do a panel about Lola's Pet Shop for a while now. I'm wanting to go to a physical convention sometime around March, and my friends are like, you need to do Lola's Pet Shop. Like, it's relevant. You need to do it. Like, so, but yeah. Well, I'll let you guys go. And like I said, feel free to DM me if you have any questions. Um, yeah, Dracton, I'll message you about it later. So thank you guys so much. And thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your LPS Fest. Thank you, Savannah. Bye, guys. Onion Pancake, Neon. Thank you, LPS Fest.